Hello again, everybody in digital YouTube land. Welcome back to Outer Heaven, where we 1A about our 2A all day the safe way. I am the Outlaw, and I've got another great product for y'all to listen to me ramble about. This one's been a while in the making, just like the last one, because there is quite a bit of stuff to cover and a bunch of different loadouts to get footage for and have fun with at the range. So today we are doing the Icarus Precision Aluminum grip module for the Springfield Echelon. So before we get started, why don't you go ahead and hit that like button over here and that subscribe button over here if you're not subscribed yet. You know, helps out the channel, helps get that algorithm rhythming and getting that 2A content out there to people, because we don't need any censorship. We need to 1A about our 2A. So the Icarus Precision grip module for the Springfield Echelon. When these grip modules were first announced, this from the Sharps brothers, I was not keen on either one really, but I leaned a little more towards this one, probably because of the grip angle, but not really sure what it was that, you know, I just leaned more towards this one. But then when getting them both on the same day and getting them in hands and getting this one in my hands and taking a look at it, I wasn't quite as keen on this one anymore. Now it's grown on me in the, you know, couple thousand or so rounds that I've spent with it now, 2,000 rounds maybe. It's grown on me for sure, but you know, there's some things, you know, of course with anything there's some ups and there's some downs with it. But so we'll get started with the tolerances. When I first tried to insert the central operating group into this grip module, I had one hell of a time. And it's still, now it's better now, but it still can be a bit of a pain in the butt. Very, very tight tolerances. Not so much on the mag release. That was fine. The mag release pin, fine. But the takedown lever and the central operating group, especially in the back here, was very, very difficult. It's extremely tight. Speaking of which, with the takedown lever, you need to be extremely careful when installing and removing the takedown lever using this grip module, because you will scratch the gas pedal very easily and very quickly, which I have done. And that was with me being careful. So we'll start at the front. It's got a very nice full length cover. I opted for the full length when they asked me which one. And it's got 4 Picatinny slots for your lights and accessories and such. It's a very cool design because it's split down the middle, so they're not full all the way across, which I think is pretty cool. And then it comes down to their insignia on the dust cover, and then to the gas pedal, which the gas pedal, you get the choice of left or right side when you order these. The gas pedal is very nice. It is a nice piece of shelf to get your thumb on there and get a good purchase with a great grip pattern or grip texture. Now with that though comes difficulties with holster accommodations. Now I'm running an Alien Gear cloak mod holster, which its retention system is pretty forgiving, so I can run this in that holster, but it's a bit of a tight fit. I just have to loosen up the retention a little more, and it's still even a bit of a tight fit. But moving down to the trigger guard, one of my favorite parts of this grip module is the trigger guard. It is a double undercut, but it has a hollow section here in the middle, sort of like the accessory rail, the Picatinny rail, and it is ridged on the front and on the bottom, which is very nice. But I just really like the design. It's pretty fairly sized too for gloved hands, and the undercut, the main undercut here is nice and high to allow you to get a very firm purchase on the grip. Speaking of which, the grip angle is really nice. It's fantastic. It points very, very straight, very naturally. I find myself that's one of the my favorite parts of this grip module is the grip angle, because I find myself when I push out, I am always dead center on target with my dot right in the middle of the window where you want it to be. So I applaud them for the grip angle. Now, with that though, I don't know why they did this tapering off at the bottom, probably trying to keep it like straight, but and then it widens out, like kind of flattens out a little bit. But for me, for my size hands, that leaves some unwanted space, some unnecessary space there. And if I don't have the best purchase on the firearm when I'm shooting, that tends to get some rock back and forth. So I'm not a fan of the tapering off there. I wish it was just full the whole way down. I think that would allow for a better grip, but they opted for this tapering, which is, you know, whatever. So next, the grip pattern, the texture is a fine, small diamond-like texture that is it's not super aggressive, but like it doesn't really hurt against your skin. Like I can rub my fingers across it, but when you get into it, when you grip it, it's definitely plenty of grip. It's not going to slip out of your hands. I mean, it's definitely nice without being like overly aggressive, and definitely can be used for concealed carry if you wanted to, where it's not going to, like, brush up against you and hurt you or anything like that. But it is very nice texture. I wish that the Sharps brothers had something a little more along these lines. Now, with that, the front strap is all the way around, front strap, back strap. But one of my gripes here is the design that they used for the texture and the space that they used. There's some really unnecessary line work here, I feel, and it just kind of looks a little haphazard and like, I don't know, a little messy. It looks a little messy with the line work here because they flatten this out here, and then they just have some unnecessary stuff going on. And they also rounded everything off when I feel like maybe if they had used more straighter angles, like 90-degree angles and stuff, it would have looked a little more appealing. But this is all aesthetics, so so the mag release was perfect. The machining on that's perfect. The beaver tail, while the beaver tail is nice in its extension, I just can't stand the little curly Q curl up deal. I wish it would have just been a little straighter and not with the curly Q thing. I just don't get that. It's like a pigtail or something. I don't know. Not a fan of it, but it is nice and wide, so it does have plenty of area to cover the web of your thumb and finger and hand. So it does do its job, but aesthetically, I'm not a fan of it at all. It does have an Ace of Spade inlay on the back of the grip, and then the magwell, while it is beveled slightly, it is a little beveled on each side, and the front lip a little bit. It could use a little more, I feel, from OEM from them, but I have not had any problems really with finding the reloads. So, I mean, you see there's a little hang up a little bit, but yeah, so that's where, they do sell an aftermarket magwell that I have not tried yet. The finish. The anodizing is okay on it. It's okay. It does have a nice shine in the sun, and it does look good in the sun, but this grip module specifically is plagued with machining marks, and not very nice looking machining marks. There are like striations and just weird stretch marks, almost like on the back with scratches where the machine, it's just not a quality control like cleanup to me. You can see them basically all over the grip module, everywhere under the trigger guard. There's stuff here that probably should have been cleaned up, and it's just overall a bit messy. It's a bit messy, and you'll be seeing most of this in the B-roll footage. It is just a bit messy, and overall the overall finish and quality control on this grip is miles from what the Sharps brothers was or is. And so That's one of my bigger gripes about this, is the tolerances along with the quality control with all the machining marks and the finished product, and just the final assessment of it. I do wish the magwell could be a little bit bigger, but the trigger guard is great, like I said, and the grip angle is fantastic. The grip and the gas pedal is fantastic. So enough to talk about it. I know you guys want to see some range footage. We're going to do it in a couple different loadouts. I'll be doing it with full-size slide with a compensator, compact slide with integrated compensators, do the RDI, do my Aeronox here, and the PMM, and that's yep. So, and that's how we're going to run it, and I will see you guys there. Check you later. Let's go from there. That's fine. All right. So, all right, folks, we're out here at the range, the gravel pit range, getting ready to get some action in with the Icarus Precision Aluminum grip module for the Springfield Echelon. I am running this with the compact slide, an integrated Aeronox compensator, Holosun SCS 320, NDZ slide racker, Overwatch Precision tack trigger, Tyrant CNC mag release, and some Rook Precision base pads. This setup has been one of the better setups with it, and it's very, very, very fun to shoot and very easy to shoot. At first I wasn't really keen on this grip compared to the Sharps Brothers, but it has grown on me. Most of its problems are aesthetic issues, like you know, the machining marks and stuff like that, and messy grip styling. But other than that, the gas pedal on it's phenomenal, the trigger guard's awesome, and the grip texture is great, and the grip angle is great. It's a very easy pointer. It points naturally, and the beaver tail really helps you out too, except I don't really like the curl on it, but that's whatever. So we're gonna go ahead and run some fucking mags to it. We're gonna be doing some accelerators and some bill drills, and I'll see you there. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and run some drills now with the Icarus Precision. It is a very nice shooter, that is for sure. I've been using Plink Pal, which is an app on the Play Store that you can get that is actually a pretty decent shot timer. It's a little better than the other one splits, and it's free. It doesn't cost $100 like a real shot timer. So I'm going to start off with a cold start bill drill, which is what I normally do. And here we go. Cold start bill drill. Let's see what our time was on that. Woo! Smoking with a 1.8 second bill drill, and you want to see this target? Come and see the target real quick. That's a 5 for 6 in the A zone. Got a little while, but usually my groups are a little better than that, but still 5 in the A zone, 1 Charlie, in 1.8 seconds. That's pretty damn good if you talk to me. So, all right, gonna run a cold start bill drill with this setup and see how she's rocking and rolling, and then we'll do some accelerators. Woo! That was smoking. Whew! This Parker Mountain machine, it does a good job at mitigating recoil, muzzle flip anyway, but it doesn't do shit for felt recoil because it doesn't have side ports, and I wish it did, but it still does a decent job. Let's go take a look at them hits. So that time was, we got 0.15 splits, 2.1 second bill drill, I'll take that. We got, that was a 6 for 6er. That was all, it was down here these low ones, and then up here these two. She's running pretty nice. I like. Alrighty, so far, performance-wise, this grip is really nice. The texture, very easy to hold on to, very grippy. I wish the Sharps Brothers had a little better texture like this, but overall craftsmanship, the Sharps Brothers got it on this grip all day long. But the texture on this is very nice, and the natural point that it does is very on point. So, all right, we're going to run some accelerator drills, which is a shot on each target, a reload, and then a shot on each target. Sometimes you can do it 2 shots on each target, just depends on what you're doing. Trying to look for under 5 seconds is, you know, a pretty good time. And go. Oh, an over insertion. That was an issue with the mag over inserting, I believe. That's what that problem was. Here we go again. much better reload. Got a little squirrely on the gun at the end. Just kind of messed up my support hand grip, but 5.1 seconds. That's right around that target time that I'm looking for. Now let's take a look at these hits real quick. So that last one I said I got a little squirrely. That's where that Charlie came from, because usually on this close target I'll always have A zones, but got 3 out of 4 A zones. Second target, same thing as the first 2. As I'm going up, I got the 2 A zones, but as I'm coming back, I was swinging the gun left too far trying to get to this target. Hey, and on the far side, we got 2 A zones, and we got 1 miss too, but 1 Charlie, 2 A zones, and then a Mike, because I don't see where the 4th round was, so I totally whomped that one. But, you know, it's still pretty decent for 5.1 seconds, but I can do better. Alrighty, here we go. That felt really good. Felt really good, actually. Gun was very much in control. The double taps were very nice, and the dot didn't move the window very much because the compensator was doing a lot of work. And this gun just points really well. It's really, really natural. Just very, very centered the whole time. And the trigger pull, very nice because of my custom return springs that you can email me at outerheavenpatriot369@gmail.com. $25 plus shipping and handling, and they are a game changer for this gun, I'm telling you what. Let's go take a look at them hits. As we can see there, we had 1 Charlie and then 5 alphas there, so that was a good one. And then, hey, look at that, we got a whole bunch more alphas here. 2 Charlies, but we're running good on it. And look at that, oh man. All 4 alphas on this target, so on the far target, that's pretty, I knew I was on point with those 2 too, so that's pretty good. That's what we're looking for. Out here getting the final feels and data on the Icarus Precision grip module. This is last day of filming for this one. I do have the compact slide with the integrated RDI arms performance compensator on here, and I did put the Mepro Light Pro F on, and I mean wow, that is just one absolutely stunning gun, and is the best performing striker fired setup I've had the pleasure of shooting. So by far, average muzzle rise with this setup right there was like 5 degrees the other day. That's not very much muzzle rise. Pretty quick draw. Nah, 1.4. I've done quicker. Way quicker. Gotta love steel. Pretty on point. I mean, this gun, it just shoots itself, basically. I mean, you know, for the little flaws that I see on this grip that are just my opinion based, really, don't really affect the performance very much. This is a great grip. It's definitely a great grip. It grew on me. I didn't really like it at first, but it's definitely a really nice piece of metalwork. And is definitely a double thumbs up from the Outlaw out here in Oregon, and as a rightful addition to anybody's arsenal list with the Springfield Echelon. And this thing, everybody needs to have one of these comps. This comp is just, I mean, a boss. mean, that is just where it's at right there. Blah, blah. I mean, what? This thing gets in work right here. This thing gets in work. Like, I mean, seriously, guys. If you got the dough, this is the way to go. I mean, look at that. Would you just look at that? That is the echelon of echelons right there. The echelon of echelons. Like, woo! So my final thoughts on the Icarus Precision Grip Module for the Springfield Echelon. I'll say that it has grown on me from my first hands-on with it. I was kind of disappointed a little bit, and there's still some things I'm disappointed about. However, it does have a lot of good attributes to it. The grip angle, for one, and the grip texture are fantastic. Although with the grip angle, the tapering off here at the bottom, you know, I'm not a fan of. It leaves space in my hand for the gun to rock if I don't have the best purchase on it. But the gas pedal is great. The trigger guard's really nice. The dust cover is good. The beaver tail is okay. I don't like the curly Q thing. You know, I just wish it was straight, but it is decently wide. It's not as good as the Sharp Brothers though. You know, the finish is okay, but in the sun, like you've seen, there's just a ton of machine marks all over this, and I'm not sure if they sent me a blem or if this is an actual product that they are selling on the website, because if it is, I mean, some of these machine marks, especially down here on the back strap, are just super obvious, you know, plain as day. Like, you know, just not very refined, not like the Sharps Brothers anyway. Overall, is it worth the money? The tolerances were super tight on it too. Very difficult getting the cog in and out. Still a bit difficult getting the cog out anyway, and having to be extremely careful with this gas pedal with the takedown lever, or else you're going to scratch it. But overall, is it worth the money? I'd say yes, if it was cleaned up and there wasn't these machine marks and stuff like that that are obvious all over it. And if that was all cleaned up and like that's what, and they didn't sell this, you know, necessarily as a prime product, I would say yes, it's worth the money. Would I choose this over the Sharps Brothers grip? No, I would not. I would choose the Sharps Brothers grip all day. There's, you know, a couple of things. It's just the design, you know, with the checker in here and the diamond stuff. Like, I just don't know why they did some of this. It just seems messy, not very seamless. And overall, I just kind of feel like maybe it was rushed. I don't know. Maybe it was rushed. But, you know, this is just my honest opinion, obviously. Everybody else is going to have a different opinion on it. But overall, I give it like a B plus, compared to the Sharps Brothers gets an A. So, but, you know, that'll be up for y'all to decide by watching videos like this. You know, there is a link in the description if you want to purchase one of these, so you can follow that link to check it out. They do have another version with a shorter dust cover for the compact slide with a full-size grip still, and they do have the magwell too as well for it on their site. Coming up next, I've got the Parker Mountain Machine Echelon Comp review coming out, and then a couple things that I've been working on for a while that should be done here soon. So, I hope y'all are having a great morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever you're doing, wherever you're at. I'm the Outlaw, and I'm out of here. And don't forget, you're not going to have anything left if you keep giving up your rights. So let's keep it 2A all day, the safe way. And I'll catch you later.